It's a great pleasure to be here, and I'm very glad that we actually made it work. So before we start officially our event, there's some small but very, very important things that we need to take into consideration. So I would like to mention a couple of rules. So the first one is, as you know, COVID-19, and that's why we very much encourage you to stay in the car during the whole event, unless you need to get to the bathroom, so let's say around the corner, which you can see in that door. And while you do that, please wear the masks at all the time and keep your distance with other people. If you cannot stay in the car because it's very, very cold and you need to warm up a little bit, we prepared for you a nice fireplaces on the left side, on the right side from you, so you can warm up a little bit. So those are very important things, but there's a couple of other things which also worthy mentioning. The next rule that we have for this event is yes, exactly. Please give our speakers all very welcoming atmosphere by horning your cars. That will give a nice, warm atmosphere. Exactly. Yeah, doing more. Perfect. That's just perfect. Amazing. So then also, if, for example, thank you. If we cannot find you because it's getting a little bit dark, thank you. If we cannot find you and we call your name but we cannot find you, or you have a question, please light your car and do the hazard lights. Can you light the light inside your car? Can we see it? Yes, I see the lights here, there, perfect. Okay, so now you can switch them off. When we call you, please switch off your lights so that we find you very easily in this a little bit dark evening. The most also very important thing, our on-site guests, please, if you need the refill of the drinks, the Glühwein or some water, or you would like some popcorn, you have this amazing police signs. Exactly, thank you, Andre. You light them up and you put them up of the car if you can. And in this case, our team will come to you and provide you with all necessary popcorns, drinks, etc. And last, but definitely not least, please enjoy your time here. We are very glad that we managed to make it work. And I really, really hope, and the whole team, we really hope that you will have an amazing time with us tonight. And on this note, I think online guests are all ready and we're all set. Now we officially can start our event, Intelligent Enterprise Institute, Berlin Chapter Lounge. Woo!
Hello, hello. Welcome to our guests here on site. And also to our online guests joining us via Zoom conference. And just a short reminder for the guests who are online. So if you see the tile in your gallery view with the event stage, then use this and put it in the full screen mode. So I'm also very pleased to welcome my co-host, Emek.
Thank you, Rolf. Hello and a warm welcome to all of our guests from my side as well. We are very excited today to be here at this uniquely organized event. Right now we are at the Kraftwerk Berlin, which is a community garage as well as a maker and co-working space for motorcycle people. We have our guests right now sitting in their cars listening to us, and we also have our guests in our online meeting, and we have Tatiana as our online host today. Hi, Tatiana.
Hi everyone. Yeah, everybody is really excited here. We have about 60 participants in the Zoom chat and then about like 20, 30 people on YouTube Live. So we're ready. Everybody's excited.
Perfect.
Perfect, yoo-hoo. So I think you all have seen Tatiana. So Tatiana is sitting in the back of the co-working space, and I will be the helping hand who will help our online speakers to appear on the screen. So that's why she was not there right now. But I think we can start introducing the agenda, Emek, right?
Yes.
So first, we will welcome our co-founders on stage with our sponsors remote. Then we also will open actually the Intelligent Enterprise Institute Berlin chapter and introduce you who is driving it. And we will hear from our partners and customers who were working already together with us, how their experience was, and yeah, at the end, a special performance, so please be surprised.
Great, then let me announce our first speakers. So I am pleased to invite the co-founders of the Intelligent Enterprise Institute, Stefan Schoffel and Jose Carvalho.
So I think Stefan just come on stage.
Thanks, Rolf. Thanks, Emek. Thanks, Rolf. Let me just put the mask off. And let me check if we can see Jose. Jose, can you hear us?
I can hear you very well. And you?
That's fantastic. Yeah, we can hear you well. I should stand there where the light is. So how are things in London?
Well, all good, all good. A bit chilly, but really great to be here with you guys, even if I'm remote. From here, it looks amazing being there, and I would really like to be there as well. But also, I'm also participating here a bit.
I really like the symbol of the institute in the Big Ben, but somehow the timing was not right there. Okay, so we are here today for the Intelligent Enterprise Institute launch of the chapter Berlin. So what is the Intelligent Enterprise Institute actually about? So it is really about a completely new and exciting way to bring technology and innovation to the business of our clients, to help them to become more resilient, more sustainable, and also more profitable. And if we take a closer look, there were actually quite some institutes in the market, in our industries. And if you look at them, most of them focus on pure thought leadership. And when they engage with clients, clients still after that need additional help in getting everything implemented to get into execution. And Jose, what I really would want to find out and to know from you is how is it possible to best combine these two worlds, thought leadership and the implementation and execution part?
Indeed, Stefan, I think, well, to start, it all starts with inspiration and ideation. And this is where the Institute sets a platform for collaboration by SAP, partners, think tanks, and also our customers, which can have the shape of events like this one and also global plans, also mindset training, and also the co-creation of thought leadership pieces. we've been working with customers already throughout the year across the region. But I will have to say that nothing of this will actually be possible without, just how you are a startup, having a seed investor, right? In our case, Sullivan, the services COO for North, was the first leader to believe in this concept, and also the first one to push forward for us in this direction. And as soon as he's here, he's joining us from Hamburg. I would like to first thank him for that, for sure, also for welcoming him on this event. But maybe ask the question, Thomas, if you can kind of shed a little light on how did you actually think about investing in us, and what made you believe in it?
Yeah, and greetings from Italy, Hamburg. Yeah, well, it was not difficult because your proposal to found this Intelligent Enterprise Institute addressed a real business need. And that is that each day we talk to our clients about the best way to bridge the desired business outcome with available technology. And I think the IEI really provides us with the right methodology to allow us to get through a structured process to results, but the lab setup gives us enough flexibility to really be creative. And I mean, there is a second reason, because I've known you, I've known Stefan for a few years, and you have a track record of turning good ideas into really great outcomes. So therefore, I had no doubts when you pitched this idea. And I can say over the last months, we have seen many people buying into this idea, and it is absolutely supported by the whole services EMEA North leadership team, starting with Hervé Sauté and our 5 market unit heads. So brilliant idea, really generated a great outcome already. And I would be dismissed not to thank really our partners, our SAP clients that are here today to celebrate this fun launch with us. You are the true reason why this IEI is successful already and why it will allow us to jointly develop great outcomes in the future. So thank you very much. And with that, back to you, Jose and Stefan.
Feels really good when you say that, Thomas. So when we started the approach in EMEA North, we pretty much from the start already got requests from big clients from other regions. And then I had a chance to discuss with Peter Harkin if we can maybe take this to global. And I now want to welcome Peter Harkin to us, who is the global head of premium engagements at SAP. And actually, Peter, you're based in Dubai, so please don't speak to us about the warm weather and how swimming in the sea in the evening. Don't speak about that, but rather speak about, when we discussed globalizing the institute, you were immediately enthusiastic. So I really would want to know what sparked your enthusiasm.
All right, thanks, Stefan, and hello, everyone. And Stefan, I won't speak about how we're in the middle of winter, but the coolest day we get is 25 or 26 degrees. But firstly, let me say that, I love the concept you've chosen for the launch. The innovative approach you've taken for this event, it reflects what I like most about the Intelligent Enterprise Institute. Firstly, just a little bit of background. Premium engagements from SAP services have 3 offerings: Max Attention, Active Attention, and Value Assurance. And each of these offerings have a long-established heritage of bringing SAP knowledge of how to run our software to our customers through standardized services. And while we're going to continue to deliver those services, those traditional services, the needs of our customers have evolved. And it's no longer enough just to ensure that our customers' SAP systems are implemented effectively and that they run efficiently. I believe our customers need to evolve into intelligent enterprises to maintain competitiveness, and they need to be able to exploit relevant innovations as rapidly as possible. And we need to help them do that. And so when you introduced me to the Intelligent Enterprise Institute back in June, I saw the opportunity to provide a platform and a methodology to our premium engagement customers to do just that, to exploit new innovations, to optimize processes, to help our customers use their data to make better business decisions, to build a better experience for their customers and employees while steering their product and brand development by understanding, the experience that those products and brands were delivering to the market. And I guess finally, helping our customers to overachieve on the triple bottom line by making them not only intelligent but sustainable businesses. So when it all boils down to it, I guess the thing that excited me most about the Intelligent Enterprise Institute is that through it, SAP Services has a very real and tangible approach to help our customers be more successful.
So thanks a lot, Peter. And of course, with globalization comes the need for also having regional labs to be very close to our customers. And I'm very glad that we are now able to start regional labs in the key regions. And of course, Germany and the expanded, the wider region MEE, called MEE, is very important. That's our home market. So it's really crucial for us to have a lab in that region. And in that context, I also want to introduce Michael Hüller. Now, Michael, I need to take a look. Where is Michael? Can you please come to us?
I found him, I think. Let me
He can't
check.
hear us. You will check. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Anna. Oh, now we need to find Michael in his car.
You? Perfect.
Ah, there he is.
Coming. It's
Very
a
good.
pleasure to have you here, so thank you very much for coming. And I think we just... Oh, yes, thank you. Make some noises. Okay. So, Michael, maybe you can actually... I know that you will be driving it in MEE, so maybe you can tell us a little bit about your role and how you're actually planning to take Intelligent Enterprise Institute forward in MEE.
So I'm driving innovation engagements for our premium engagement customers, Max Attention and Active Attention customers in our region, Middle and Eastern Europe. That translates into countries like Germany, Austria, Switzerland, also the Central and Eastern European countries like Czechoslovakia, Poland, Hungary, even including Russia. And so I'm really happy that we can create here our major hub in Berlin for the Intelligent Enterprise Institute, also linking that together with the overall global initiative. And I'm pretty sure and happy that we can also leverage our very strong ecosystem, our innovation ecosystem we have here in Berlin and Potsdam. So for instance, the Innovation Center in Potsdam, also our colleagues from the Innovation and Technology Department, also startups under the hood of a Sub.io organization. So I really invite our customers to come to Berlin, start the innovation journey in a very inspiring surrounding with the help of our experts and services under the hood of the Intelligent Enterprise Institute.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. And maybe just give us a hint of where the customers who might be actually watching us right now can learn more about what you're planning to do.
Yeah. So I'm really inviting you, come to Berlin, contact your TQM, your SAP local person, your contact person, ask for the Intelligent Enterprise Institute, and come to Berlin, start that amazing innovation journey with us. I'm really happy and looking forward to see you here.
Thank you very much, Michael. That was wonderful. So, Stefan, I guess back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm glad we found you in the car, Michael. Okay, now actually, José, so I also want to thank you for your contribution. And I guess you can go back to the warm. And I still see the clock has not moved. Yeah,
Yeah, it's broken, Stefan. It is broken, but I heard the Queen will fix it for the next time.
Good. Thanks, José. Okay, now comes the very, very important part. So, of course, a new chapter also needs a chapter head. And I'm really glad that a colleague that I know since many years, Upen Bave, has taken over the role to lead the chapter. And for those of you who don't know Upen, let me tell you a secret. Yeah, can I hear the horns? Where are the horns? There he is. Yeah.
Thank you, Stefan.
So, Upen, for those who don't know him, let me tell you a secret about him. So, the word that best describes, or term that best describes Upen is, he calls himself an innovation fusionist. And before I heard that and before I got to know Upen, I didn't know what this term means. But actually, when you see Upen cooking, and he cooks this perfect fusionist style, then you better understand. Or I've seen Upen dancing a mix, a fusion of Bollywood and dance publicly on the stage. Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember?
I do. That was fun.
Yeah. But also about this event and the chapter, it's all about a fusion, a very, very unique fusion of many things. But before I go into more detail, I really want to hand over to you. And thanks for taking the role. And more horns, please. More horns.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My God, what a pleasure, Stefan. I really, really appreciate. And what better place, like we all said, to start this journey right from the beginning. It's been very exciting. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. And I'm absolutely excited as a curator, as a co-founder, to really look at what we can do from Berlin side, right? And to take it a little bit forward, let's take one step back, as I say. It's all about the Intelligent Enterprise Institute. So let's figure out first and take a little visual look of what is an intelligent enterprise, right? Let's see it a little bit in action. In order to do that, I have online my friend Mark Raben. He's somewhere in a mobile location. It's actually our mobile experience truck. So Mark and I, we are partners in crime, needless to say. But Mark, can you hear me?
I do hear you, Upen. Hi.
Hey, Mark. Welcome. And okay, so we're talking about intelligent enterprise here, and you're in this unique place. Can you tell us where exactly you are?
Yeah, physically I'm in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and actually I'm standing in a truck. What you can see here behind me. So this is the Intelligent Enterprise truck. We drive this truck for over 2.5 years to our customers, actually to explain the Intelligent Enterprise story, but also to drive innovation projects within this truck. So that's what we're doing here.
No, that's awesome. So we'll talk about the key ingredients of intelligent enterprise, Mark. Why don't you take us through a little quick tour of the key ingredients of the, how do we call an intelligent enterprise? How do we see it?
Yeah, I will. So I will take you on that journey from this truck here in Amsterdam. But before I do that, I will take everybody a little bit back in time, and we will move into the year 1970. And in that year, I was around 5, 6 years old. So 1970. In those days, I still had hair, so I looked like that. Yeah. And I can remember that in primary school, I got my first math lesson. And what we did is that we made very nice pictures during these lessons. And what we had to do is that we had to connect several dots in the right sequence. So from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. And then if you do that correctly, you get a very nice picture. And connecting the dots is actually also where the intelligent enterprise stands for. So what's the first thing that we have to connect? It's connecting processes across departments. End-to-end integration is the cornerstone of the intelligent enterprise. And it's not only about processes, it's also about human beings and departments. And what we do in this truck is that we literally put the departments here into their own shoes. So you can see there that we connect the sales department, as you see behind me here, and they do the whole operational planning, make sure it's in sync with the manufacturing, with production, making sure that everything is delivered correctly into our warehouse, and at the end, make sure that we deliver our products via the point of sale to our customers. So end-to-end integration of processes is very important, not only within an enterprise, but also outside the enterprise. Yeah? So we have to make sure that we also leverage our business networks and that we create resilient supply chains across different companies. We have seen how important that is during COVID times. To be honest, it's not only about end-to-end integration of processes, of course. It's more than that. Let me move a little bit to this wall over here. I hope you can still see me. Yeah. So it's not only integrated process, but also link them to intelligent technologies. And what we mean with intelligent technologies, that what you see behind me is, for example, leverage machine learning, what you see over here, together with the Internet of Things, big data analytics, and the blockchain. And why we do that is that we not only want to integrate processes, but also make them more intelligent. And the era that we have to work for the computer system is over. So we don't want to put only transactional information in there and hope that we get some insight back. No, it's the other way around. The computer system should guide us through the day and make processes much more intelligent. And that's where the real business impact is. And that's what you see here behind me. And the business impact can be seen on 3 different levels. Increase efficiency and create a competitive advantage from there. Develop new connected products and services and generate new revenue streams with that. And the last one is to develop complete new digital customer experiences. And for all those 3, I brought some examples with me, which you can see here behind me. Let's go over there, as you can see. So the first example I took with me is the example of a technical engineer. Yeah, imagine you're responsible to maintain all these pumps. And by combining machine learning and the Internet of Things, we can actually make the life of such a technical engineer much more easier. Yeah, so imagine he's walking around and he gets an alert that we predict that one of these pumps he has to look after because there's an enormous drop of pressure and it will break probably in the nearest future. So he has to look after it. So let's go to that pump. Here you see a physical valve where we spotted the problem and the pressure drop. And what we now can do with an iPad, for example, hovering over this physical valve, is that we get a digital representation. That's what you see here now behind me. And the digital representation helps the technical engineer to figure out what is wrong with this valve. So he can look at it, he can connect to the different sensors, IoT, that we have put into this valve, the outbound flow state, or for example, the liquid temperature flowing through this valve. He can take a look at the whole machine. And what we can also do is that we have a sort of digital X-ray view, so we can look into the machine digitally to figure out what's going on there. So if we open up the machine, we see that there is a prediction done by the system that is probably the main O-ring seal that is causing that enormous pressure drop. And now we also help this technical engineer with a 3D view to make sure that he knows how he can replace that O-ring seal. So this is a very simple example how to make a maintenance process much more efficient by using machine learning and, for example, IoT. The second example is a very personal one, so to say. And for that, I will take you with me in my kitchen. Let's see. Here is my kitchen. Looks nice, isn't it? And 2 months ago, I bought a new washing machine that you see here behind me. And this,
Mark, when you bought that, I think we had a call just before the day when you needed to buy a new one again, right?
That's correct. You know, the other one was leaking. Yeah, I was in a call where my whole floor was flooded with water. So I had to buy a new one. That's correct, Uwe. And as you can see here, this is a W1 from Miele. I don't want to promote it, but it's a good one. And what's very special, because the second level is connected products and services. And this washing machine is connected. You say, okay, not a big deal that you can remotely operate your washing machine. But what is much more interesting is that they have developed a twin dock systems. And that is a container or 2 containers with detergent. And what it does, if you look to my app, if I'm connected to my washing machine, it helps me to make sure I am never out of stock with detergent. So it can ultimately guide me to the shopping area of Miele so that I buy new detergents on time. And this is a very nice example that a connected product or service is not just a nice gimmick for a consumer, but it's also, on the other side, a big advantage for Miele in this case, because they can develop new revenue based on a new business model that they not only sell the white good, but also the detergent. So connecting products and services also gains additional revenue. The last one Therefore, we go into this nice shop. Actually, this is a real fashion store in Amsterdam, in one of the most expensive streets in Amsterdam. And you can imagine that in the near future, we will have complete different ways how to interact with people that are looking for nice clothes. And it can be a robot. So also there we can have hybrid scenarios to have digital technology in these stores to optimize the service towards those consumers. So now let's summarize it. So it's a matter of connecting the dots. As I said, what I learned already as a small kid, 5, 6 years old, is connecting end-to-end processes with intelligent technologies to gain a business advantage by increased efficiency, new revenue by connected products and services, and deliver a complete new experience to our customers. And if we look at that, that's also how it's implemented within our portfolio. So if you look to our portfolio, you see that the intelligent technologies come from our business technology platform. They are infused into our intelligent suite and industry cloud, so we can deliver those end-to-end integrated processes. And as I already said, it's not only within the company, but also on a business network level that we build new value chains and resilient supply chains. So that is where the intelligent enterprise is all about. And as you all know, we are on the last week of December. So we are heading towards Christmas. And yeah, unfortunately, I can't be with you. So I had to stay in this truck in Amsterdam. I hope that I can somehow next year visit you live. But before that, I wish everybody live in Berlin, but also in the call, happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend and the CTO of MEE, that's Middle and Eastern Europe for German business, Mark Raben. Mark, thanks a lot. Happy holidays to you as well. And hopefully see you here in Berlin very soon. So continuing here, ladies and gentlemen, we did see that though intelligent enterprises are those who will make themselves, as resilient, successful, and sustainable. And Mark mentioned the business technology platform, which is the underlying platform for where you can actually be, as my friend Martin Wazowski says, be the hero of your innovation. You can very confidently integrate, extend, and innovate your new businesses. So when we go to the next chapter now, we saw what was intelligent enterprise or what it is, and now moving to what we want to achieve here in Berlin, right? So with the Berlin chapter, there are a couple of specialities here. And what I would like to do is, first of all, introduce everybody that, hey, we have a very, very vibrant ecosystem here. Can you believe there is a startup coming up almost every 20 minutes? We know the huge spread of public services, different, almost all countries having their embassies and various programs, an amazing number of SAP customers and partners. And also looking at a lot of universities, a lot of industry thought leaders who exist here, and more importantly, also the attitude, right? That is something very, very cool about the city. We want to make sure we take a good leverage of everything. I'm happy to share that we do have a very diverse team in Berlin, and it is growing, and it will grow from the institute perspective as well, and a lot of fellows both from SAP inside and our externals. We're going to focus a little bit on futuring methods. We're looking at building a different kind of community via this institute. We'll focus on topics like sustainability, business model innovation, and of course, the startup engagements. That's where we're looking at all the new future topics, or at least challenging the traditional topics. And last but not least, most of you know me, why not? This looks like a great formula to look for the next big thing, right? But how are we going to do this? There are a couple of key ingredients here and the key partnerships, and you will hear from them very, very soon. For example, BOMA, Future House, the Future I/O, the House of Beautiful Business, a huge spread and diverse skills of SAP. So SAP Berlin, the SAP.io network, the Innovation Center, and so on. And I'm also very happy to share that our physical location for the Institute is one of SAP's external-facing flagship location called this Data Space, and we also have Innovation Center Network, which is a great creative space for the creative ideas. So we're going to use all of this together to move ahead and make sure that the Institute provides new value to all our ecosystem, and importantly, together with this ecosystem. We will have a different kind of labs when we look at the next slide here. And Jose mentioned a little bit about that. While we'll start with focusing on the thought leadership, on setting up the community, we are going to look at all the 4 labs, the Experience Lab, Sustainability Lab, the Process Lab, and the Data Lab. And I'm very happy that a few of these partners partnering on each of these 5 segments you've seen are here with me to share how we will work together and what's the kind of new value we're trying to bring in. So let me, let me share one thing, right? There's nothing better than actually seeing all these things in action. You've seen some slides so far. The intelligent use of the data and technologies, are a way to a new improved customer experience. So I'm very happy to invite our guests today to share their journey of the intelligent enterprise. And this is very much our customer who's based here in Berlin, Delivery Hero. Many of you know them. So please join me in welcoming the Global Director of Customer Experience of Delivery Hero, Sebastian McClintock. And with him, I will invite my colleague, Emek. You've seen her before. She is, an experienced economist herself and also a senior leader from SAP Services and Support. You've already met her. So, Sebastian, Emek, please come over and tell us how experience mattered and what did we do about it. Can we see Sebastian here? All right, careful over there. Okay, come on in. Take it away. And before you start, come in, Emek, before you start, I want to if you need your refills, or if you need more warmth, just ask for the refill and you have your blankets and everything with you. It's very cold, right?
It is.
But that's how, we are bold. So take it away.
Thank you, Upen. Thank you. I believe we have a great story to share with you today. And Sebastian, welcome. It's great to have you with us today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
So Sebastian, earlier this year as the Intelligent Enterprise Institute, we have started working with you and your team in Delivery Hero to leverage the intelligent technologies as well as the data insights to improve the customer experience. I am wondering what your experience is actually when working with the Institute, but before that, would you mind introducing yourself and tell a little bit about Delivery Hero to our audience today? How are you operating? What services you are delivering?
Sure, happy to do so, Emek. Thank you. So Delivery Hero is a great company, right? We got founded in 2011 in Berlin, headquarters here in Berlin. We're operating in more than 40 countries by now. Since we are a food online delivery company, we do have more than 600,000 restaurants on our platform. And lately, we also reached out to another vertical, a business vertical. We also sell groceries, or you can buy groceries on our platform, or in some countries, even pharmaceuticals. And we operate in many, many countries across the world, many different regions, which makes my job very interesting, right? So I collaborate with teams around the world. My day in the morning starts with Asia, ends up with South America later on, and we have lots of fun talking about customer insights. And here in Berlin, I have a team, customer experience team, and in each of the regions and markets, we also have customer experience team who collaborate very closely.
So serving as an online ordering platform and delivering one of the most important things in life, food, I think you are operating purely in customer experience business. And I know that you are very much interested in any feedback from your customers, and you are actually running a global customer experience program for years. Can you please explain us how your customer experience program works?
Sure. So the customer experience program at Delivery Hero, it's a very big program, I would say by now. So we, as mentioned, more than 40 countries, which means we need to understand the different customer behaviors in those regions and in those countries. And we are not only looking at the customer feedback itself, no, we're also figuring out the the critical touch points, right? So we're figuring out what are the customer journeys in those different countries. What are the touch points? We are looking into touch points from the awareness, so from the very beginning of the journey all the way to the ordering and to the delivery stage. And also sometimes something happens, we need to get in touch with contact center, so also the support stage is in our view. And due to our business, it's not just the customer who's important for us, it's also the riders and the restaurants. So the stakeholders or the partners who prepare the food, which we then can deliver, right? And we have our own riders, also the own rider fleet. And we need to understand those three components, how they impact each other. And therefore we designed a magic triangle, right? The magic triangle concept to really understand how are the customers, the restaurant and riders, why do they like us or don't like us? How do they partner with us or don't partner with us? And what drives them for the customer side, at least, to order even more from us, or from the riders to keep them on board, so we have less turnover. So all that is very important for us in the magic triangle. And those insights that we generate every single day, we discuss a lot with our different colleagues around the world, the different customer experience teams. So collaboration is key for us. We need to understand and we need to have the local expertise on that one as well.
So Sebastian, running such a program actually at global level for years and in collaboration with your local teams as well, it means that you should have such a high volume of data so far. And how well do you think you are doing when it comes to understanding this data and taking the necessary actions upon this data?
Yeah, data is a good point, Emek. So we have every single month more than 1.3 million responses from customer, restaurant and riders. So every single month, 1.3 million responses. Out of those 1.3 million responses, we have at least 30% responses where somebody wrote something. So comments, lots of comments, which need to be analyzed, which needs to be structured, right? And all the data, all the findings from the customer, restaurant and riders, they get structured in the way that we can generate action out of them. So that we can really together with the countries decide, we see a trend based on the feedback from the customers, and this trend we need to address, because it's for example a downward trend. So if the customer when we see a customer gets more and more dissatisfied with one of the journey stages, we need to step up. We need to look into that journey stage. We need to figure out what are the drivers, what are the key KPIs of that journey stage in order to really change that from the inside. And therefore we need, again, the countries, their local expertise. We need to collaborate with them, come up with actions and meaningful actions, right? And then we need to track again those actions.
Yes, exactly. Because if you don't really tie this data to business outcomes and at the end the global strategy, then it will be just another data that we collect, but exactly. we don't know what to do it with, right? Yes. And we mentioned that as the Intelligent Enterprise Institute has been supporting you on this vision of driving the critical business decisions based on data insight. Could you please explain us how this work has been done and what was your experience actually when working with the Institute?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Thank you, Emek. So the SAP Innovation Center really helped us to combine the experience data with the experience data. So we have lots of operational data in our company, right? Due to the business, since we're online business, we can track lots of things. And the experience data just said we get millions of responses every single month. So we really needed to figure out how can we combine the operational data with the customer experience data. And this is one way where we really appreciate the support of the SAP Institute to work on this. And also we have been at the SAP House here in Berlin, SAP App House, right? I think that's the name. And we did a very, very nice workshop with you all together. So the workshop, we had the FOX project team, and FOX is for financial, operation, and experience data, where we wanted, the objective of the FOX project team was to, again, understand the customer journey from the customer point of view, but also for each journey stage to link KPIs for that journey stage, to really understand what are our operational drivers and experience drivers in that particular journey stage. And how do we need to combine that? How do we need to link it? How do we need to analyze it? And what do we do with all the data? What do we do with the results then? And that also where the Institute helped us to use machine learning systems, right? And in order to really make sense of all the data. We have millions of data points, so we really need a smart way to work with all the data.
Yeah, using machine learning models actually
Yes.
to understand the relationship between the customer experience and the operational data.
Exactly, yes. And what drives what, right? We need to understand if we change something here in operation data or
What
operational
would be the
drivers,
impact?
what's the impact on the customer then again, and the other way around, yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Sebastian. Our time is up for today, unfortunately, but it was really a pleasure actually working with you, and we are very much looking forward to further working together with you.
Thank you very much, Emek.
Thank you very much. And Upam, hopefully back to you.
Thank you. On the spot, I can get my mask out now. So once again, appreciate Sebastian. Thank you so much. We love the success of Delivery Hero. Great success from Berlin. You make all of us proud. Emek, thanks a lot as well. So, guys, we have seen one aspect. Now, one more aspect when we talked about was the thought leadership that we want to bring in a different way. In addition to the solutions and the products and features and a lot of methods that we'll bring in. And who better to actually talk to us regarding that? I'm very happy to welcome Mr. Stefan Balzer. And Stefan is the CEO of our global partner, BOMA. And he's also with his base in Berlin, right? It's also your home. And actually your German headquarters as well. So Stefan, you come here. I will exit from here because we really like to know. Welcome, Stefan.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We have a little video that we brought, so let's have a look at the video. If the video is there.
To navigate our highly uncertain world, we need a new kind of conversation. We are facing a dramatically changing future. It's not just technology. Social change, political change, climate change, changes in our structures and economic systems. How can anyone keep up? How can our organizations and institutions adapt and thrive in a future that looks nothing like the past? How can we thrive in this future? How can we all come together to impact the world for good? BOMA is a global network of local partners, offering transformational learning experiences for leaders and changemakers of today and tomorrow, so that in a world of dramatic and continuous change, we can be more intentional and intelligent about the future.
Yes, so this is who we are. So we are helping leaders around the globe to take smarter and more intelligent decisions. And we do this if, you look at the next slide that we have, by, we looked at what are the capabilities that future leaders right now. Looking at the, vast disruption that we are going through right now, not only with COVID, but with technology that we see, social changes, etc. We, pointed out like 2 areas where we want to improve decision makers in, making their companies future-proof. And what you see here is we think there is a lack of knowledge. There's a huge lack of knowledge when it comes to understanding technology and the impact on technology on your business. We call this what you need to know. And the other side is mindset. It's about the culture. It's about how companies take decisions about future business, where to put the money. How to cope with innovation, how to create new products. And this is what we call who you need to be. We think it's not only about the skills, but we think future leadership has to include these both areas. And this is what we are offering. We're in 9 countries right now. And if you look at the study that McKinsey just did a couple of weeks ago. On the next slide, there's 94% of all CEOs are not happy with the innovation activities that they had in the last couple of years. And if we all remember how much money and how much effort was put into internal accelerators and all these things, this result is very, very disappointing. So what we think, we have to change it. We have to change it. We have to change it in all industries also to create a better future, because we have to be much better in the way we act on that planet. So what do we do in partnership with the SAP IEI? Our role is, of course, to support leadership, to support teams in helping them, depending on where the needs are, to be much better, to perform better, to understand the future better. And we're very proud to be, a partner. So as we say, positive future requires very intelligent and intentional action today. So thank you for having us. We are, cheering out to the crowd around the globe, and we are very, very excited here from Berlin to start the partnership. Thank you, Upen, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you. Big applause for Stefan. Thank you. Thank you very much, Stefan. We are so excited to be partnering with you and bring that, extra flair to the leadership, right? This is just amazing. And every time you meet Stefan, you always have a new insight and a new story. The man is full of, various multiple aspects. We're really glad to partner. All right, moving on to the next segment very quickly. We did talk about one of the key labs also being a process lab, because that's where we can provide our customers with support on making the processes intelligent. And for this purpose, you actually need to have, things like proper benchmarking, how do I optimize, where do I start, and so on. So I'm happy to introduce you to another partner. Now imagine this is a very different kind of partner that we have. Andre Wenz. While you're coming in, he is the co-founder of Spotlight, which is actually an SAP internal startup. And crazy story, actually, team of two running through our SAP's entrepreneurship program, and then, into the venture studio. And now what? Outstanding performance and about 90 people. Phenomenal success, not only from the entrepreneurship and venture studio, but the core of, the corporate entrepreneurship kind of living example. We're not going to talk about that today, Andre, on your journey until here, but we're going to talk about your journey from now. How do you support not only the process lab, but the customers with SAP Spotlight? We really would like to know.
Thank you, Upen. Very happy to. So, so we're Spotlight. We're founded in the beginning of 2019, as Upen said, as a team of two, with a strong focus on how can we use data, and we heard that earlier from Delivery Hero, how can we use data that we have and that we can obtain very simple to help our customers transform and automate their processes and bring them to the next level when it comes to execution of processes and effectiveness. In the end, our vision was how can we help our customers to manage their transformation in an end-to-end way using data supported by what we already have as SAP, which is access to a lot of the data outside of the products, right? And if we think about these things, we really want to go and take the customer from where they are. One of the things that we noticed when talking and interviewing more than 200 customers in the early stages of our venture was it's really hard to get started, right? Especially where to start and how to continue. And for us, it was important that we can offer our customer a discovery that allows them to get started within actually a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, right? Start quickly using real data, start quickly to kick off a data-driven discussion to figure out what the priorities are. And then obviously in a second step, we need to drill deeper jointly with them, going to the details, understand what's going wrong, where are the bottlenecks, where can we do something, to then continue to help them and not leave them alone when it comes to the action, when it comes to the actual improvement, when it comes to, for example, automation with robotic process automations and other technologies that are there in the market. But we heard over and over again, the technology itself is not enough. Help us, guide us, take the data, use the data with us jointly and discuss on how you bring us all the way to implementing the change, and then showing how we actually got things improved and how we improve things going forward. So the first question is, what's broken? What's the problem? Where to start? And this is where we started with our little venture. And we started pumping out very little snapshot reports that customers can get within minutes, within a couple of minutes of extracting data, and within a couple of days they can start drilling into that. And we started with the first handful of customers, and now we have delivered more than 650 of these reports, and we're closely working with the Intelligent Enterprise Institute as using this as one of the starting points for the process lab to drill deeper and understand what to focus on. In the next steps, and this is what we're working on right now, is actually going deeper to understand not where to start and what's broken, but why is it broken. Specifically, we're looking at process and business key figures. We look at process flows, and we look at the user behavior inside of systems, because this is where the work happens. This is where people really work with the applications, and this is also where the automation needs to happen, the guidance of the user needs to happen to make things more effective. And this is why also when it comes to the process action and the improvement, we work very closely with SAP's robotic process automation offering, because we can help actually fill that with life and make that the reality, so people can use their current behavior and the behavior of the way that they run the processes to drive automation into the future. And you can see that while some things are currently being built, other things are still in the lab, and other things are already available. But I welcome you to work with us, use the report, use this as a way to start your business transformation, and the process lab inside the Intelligent Enterprise Institute.
That is amazing. Andre, thank you so much. We have seen some of the early success already, and we look forward to really continue this amazing journey. You are founded here in Berlin as well, and that gave us another spirit to start here right from the beginning. So keep up the good spirit, and thank you very much, and thank you for your partnership.
Thank you as well. Have
thank
a good
you.
evening.
Yoo-hoo. That's right. Thank you, Andre, once again. So now moving on to another final key area I wanted to share with you, especially from Berlin perspective, is sustainability. And from a sustainability standpoint, let me actually call my friend and partner in crime, Ralph. You have seen him earlier. And Ralph, as you and me, he's also very, very passionate about sustainability, right? So, Ralph, easier said than done, right?
Exactly. So thank you, Upen.
Take a
and let's welcome our next guest. So our next guest is coming from Heidelberg, and it's heating up the startup engagements for S/4HANA and digital supply chain. Welcome, Christian. So let's see him if he's here. Hi, Christian. How are you? How is Heidelberg?
Yeah, okay. Greetings from Heidelberg, and congrats to the great opening of the Intelligent Enterprise Institute. Well, actually, it's a little bit warmer in Heidelberg, not that freezing. I'm in my nice and cozy home office. Happy to be part of the opening.
Thank you, Christian. So the EU will be climate neutral in 2050. So with a reduction target of 50% to be achieved in 2030. So intelligent enterprises are sustainable enterprises. They add sustainability as the third dimension of success. And that's why we will have here in our Berlin chapter a strong focus also on sustainability.
Well, it's great to hear, and I'm glad to be part of that. Yeah? And I believe, in particular for sustainability,
by uniting startups and uniting the corporate landscape through the Intelligent Enterprise Institute.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Christian. So, applause and a big toot toot. Upen, I hope you enjoyed it. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ralph. I think such an important topic we have. Thank you to our friends in Kairos, Julia, Daniel. Thank you, Christian Bose. And what a great thing, right? I love it. Invest in those who are inventing the future. So, this was a crazy idea to start with, right? And I'm so glad to see, all the cars around and you guys, really enjoying it. We're trying to combine the online and offline world. So, obviously, there can be an idea, but without supporting it doesn't happen. So to all those who supported this crazy idea and all of you, I'd like to say a warm thank you wholeheartedly. And in particular, our team here in Kraftwerk. A big applause for Roman and Kate in Kraftwerk. Thank you. And by the way, at this moment, the offer is only for everybody's, the few guests who are here on site. If you'd like to take a visit and see this amazing maker space, please let us know. The team will be waiting for you and taking you inside. So thank you so much again. The second, this production, the set design, and working in very tight deadlines and really saying, oh my God, do we want to do this in December? I'm very happy that we're supported very, very well, and great stuff. Edgar and team on the sound and lights. It was amazing. Super live. Once for them. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. And to merge these online and offline worlds and having great production, and despite we had some initial hiccups, again, it's like startup, right? We keep on going. And the BZ, thank you so much for BZ and team on production over here. Thanks so much, guys. Cheers. And finally, the entire SAP Berlin team and, all our Intelligent Enterprise team who made it happen. Anna, our PM, Marcel, everybody. Just, I cannot even say all the names, but guys, thanks. We're just getting started. And there is one more thing, obviously, right? So this one more thing is, I heard that we have some questions or comments due to the time limit. I'll be able to take only one question from here in the guests present here and one on-site. So, one online. So, Tatiana, if you're ready, keep one question or comment, whatever you see, keep it ready. And let me take the one from over here right now.
Exactly, Upen. I believe I received a request for one of the questions, so yes,
okay, Anna.
Perfect. I'm coming to you.
Okay, let's hope we have lights there. Who is that?
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second.
Hi
We can't see you yet. Okay. Hi. This is amazing. So the cameras are going over. Hey there, I can see you now.
Hi, thank you for the great presentation. Really interesting. So I was wondering, we just heard a bit about how you're going to reach out to startups, and I was wondering how you're going to do this in Berlin, and then also how are you going to reach out to big enterprises in Berlin?
Thank you, Upen.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question, team. We like today, it's the first kickoff campaign. We'll have several campaigns and outreaches. So together with you and our respective startup networks, we look for this combined value. So there will be campaigns. There will be community calls that will eventually start happening. 2021, we will do everything what we imagine we can do. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us, Tim. And let me check now, just before we have the next item here. Online, Tatiana, do you have any question by now for us?
Hey there, can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, very well, Tatiana.
So we have a question that is maybe regarding the nice motorcycles in the background. So when can people actually ride the motorcycles and join the next Intelligent Enterprise Institute event on site?
As soon as the things get better, and let's pray for things getting better faster, I'll be happy to welcome all of you to Berlin, get a glimpse of Berlin, and feel the culture of the Intelligent Enterprise Institute in Berlin. And thank you for your support. Let's stay tuned for that. So, guys, I know it has been very, very tough year. The year started very differently. I don't think any one of us had that in our forecast. And yet I believe we all have achieved a lot. And I think we should take a moment to, actually thank ourselves, all the people who made it possible for all of us. I believe even though we achieved a lot, sometimes we don't think about those achievements enough. And we forget to celebrate in those tough times. More celebrations, it gives us a little bit more happiness, and that will give us more power to face different uncertainties in a much more proactive way. So I would like you to join me in a little celebration over here that we're going to do right now. So I have instruction number 1 to all the guests who are in here. Please reach out to the goodie bags that you have, and you'll find something like the bells and whistles. Can you take them out, please? And lower your windows for a few minutes. You'll find the bells and whistles. Take them out. Take them out. And yeah, can I hear the sound? Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's it. And you can put your parking lights on as well, and feel free to blink them for me. Just show me you can. Yeah, that's right. On the right hand side. Very good, very good. I can see that. I can see that here as well. Very good. So now I have a very special performance that we are all going to do together. Now this is crazy. It's going to be online. It's going to be over here, and we're going to do it together. Tatiana, I hope you and everybody online is ready. We are going to sing together. How about that? Okay? And I'm inviting Anna. Are you ready? Come on. All right. So our little performance is getting set up over here. And I want you guys over here in your cars, take the bells and whistles out, use the blinks, and follow the lead from Anna. And can we also have those lyrics over here in a small... Yeah, excellent. And maybe a side-by-side view for the artist over there. Anna? Okay, are we ready?
I will give you a sign, just put in some last preparation. So let's hope it works. And I really, really would appreciate your support to make this performance fun for everyone. And I think I'm almost...
Okay, here we go. We're starting. Are you guys ready? Give me the blinkers again. Yeah, you are. Okay, online is ready. Yeah, on-site is ready. Online, I hope you guys are ready as well. We do a very quick sound check. And right after that, I would like Ralph and Emek to just come over quickly over here. Just be ready. Can you careful. And Emek maybe over here. Let's just be ready. A little sound test is happening here, but we're going to celebrate. Excellent. Where is mine? Stay there. We need 2 meters. Excellent. So this has been a fantastic experience, right? I will hand you a mic very soon, because it is in addition to everybody here, I think we have a couple of people. We have a couple of people to thank, and one of them is obviously the whole Global Partner Network. So Ralph, can you say a couple of words?
Exactly. So we are very happy that you have been here today. So Stefan from BOMA, Andre from Spotlight, then also Julia and Daniel in Heidelberg from Kairos, and many, many more. So we have a couple more partners also to introduce, and also we have on our partner panel, which is Future.io and the House of Beautiful Business. You will experience much more of them if you join us also online and on our website, and later in the next year. And many thanks to all of you. And
yeah, as the host, don't sign off yet, because there's a little performance. But Emek, you wanted to also say a couple of words for our sponsors, right?
Yes, exactly. Well, I would like to thank actually to our SAP leadership team for believing in us when we started first this as an idea, and also would like to thank our sponsors actually for their continuous support, and finally to our co-founders Stefan Schoffel and Jose Carvalho to make it happen.
Absolutely. So everybody, right, guys? This is not the end, because this is just the beginning. And let the celebrations begin for the Berlin chapter. Anna, you're online.
Thank you very much. So please support, please ring the jingle bells, and I hope that something that you might enjoy.
dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'll take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was sitting by my side. The sun was lean and lame, misfortune seems to go. We got into a drifting bank, and then we got upset. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the one-horse open sleigh. Yay! Thank you very much.
All right, let's check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, and a great start to the festive season. Online conference is now over. So thanks again to our host, Tatiana, and everybody joining us, even if it was late. I hope it was worth it. Thank you so much. And to the offline guests over here, I'd like to say, please stay in your car because we will escort you on, there's a certain pattern which we need to follow. And anybody who wants to visit Kraftwerk and check out inside, just let us know here on the left-hand side. Once again, thanks everybody. See you very soon. Berlin's Live.